Do you know why they call me Mr. Black Ops 7? It's because I just can't get enough, and I'm dipping in for seconds once again. I think it's thirds at this point, but anyway, ranking, not tier list, tier list. Every map in Black Ops 7, besides the remakes and the maps that aren't out, and I'm also not including the Mission Edge and Mission Tide because I haven't played enough Skirmish to know all about that. But starting with, let's go with Blackheart. Blackheart is a solid map. Blackheart is a beautiful A-tier map. Currently, I think Blackheart is the best small map in the game. It's between that or Cortex, but I like Blackheart's more traditional design. It's kind of shipment-esque, but it's not. It's got more depth to it than some like Flagship, and that's what I appreciate it for. It's got the cool wall jump points. I remember looking at. I saw Blackheart a lot of times in those multiplayer trailers, because they always showed that one jumping off point, wall jump. But yeah, I think Blackheart is a very solid map. One of the better small maps we had recently. I think it plays just okay in 2v2. Definitely plays better than Cortex in Gunfight. But yeah, I think it's a good 66 map, and it's probably my favorite small map in the game right now. But I'm kind of split down the middle. Colossus. Colossus is S tier. Colossus might be my favorite map. It reminds me of the map Vertigo from Black Ops 2, where you're up on that really tall building. It's kind of like that along the edges, because you got. It actually feels really similar along the edges, because it's like that hexagon kind of design where you kind of peek around the corners and stuff. But anyway, the interior is more of a straight line, but I think it's still very fun. The fucking X-ray machine, that shit's dope. You get a little. You can look on the outside. You can be on the outside and look at the people going through the middle. And you see like their skeleton and their whatever it is, thermal imaging unit. It was cool. It's really cool. I like it's a cool detail, and I like the room up top. I like how you can jump in there, but it's kind of like a place where you can get a little centralized action. I don't know. I think Colossus is my favorite map in the game. I think it's an S tier map, and I'm a big fan. And plus the setting too. Come on, the setting, the sunken city of I almost said Karma. Okay, I feel like a dumbass because it's in the fucking name, but whatever. I'll get my brain checked out after this. We'll see what's up. Cortex. Like I said, I think it's tied for the best small map with Blackheart. Right now, I like it a little bit less, and it does not play good in Gunfight. I'm pretty sure it's in Gunfight, but it does not play good in that mode. But I think it's a very nice map. I like having all the different routes. It doesn't feel too small. It doesn't feel like every single corner you turn around is going to have a person in it, but it's still small enough where you can find people easily, which is what you want from a small map. But stuff like Shipment and Stakeout, where you just turn a corner and instantly see a guy, it's kind of lame. This map has a lot more depth. It's got that middle area with the biotank. The setting of this map is cool too. It's not so much like it's just a fucking island, but there's like this research facility. You see the people in the tanks. It's like some I don't know, Black Ops 3 World at War shit. It's cool. I don't know. I like all the variation of lanes in the map. I think the vent is cool. I like the vents. You know what? I'm just gonna go out and say it. I'm a big venter. I like sneaking through the vents like a little dickhead. But it's cool. It's cool. I really like that map. Now Den. I'm going to go out and say that Den is an S tier map. I think Den reminds me of a Black Ops 4 map. It reminds me of that one. I think it's a very similar looking map, at least. It's almost like Hacienda. It's almost like some of those other maps with all the fucking rooms. Like there's a lot of indoor areas. I don't know. There's some about it that reminds me of Black Ops 4 pretty heavy, but I think Den is a very good map. I don't know quite what to say about it. I think it's probably larger. It's probably on the larger side. It's a good large map. It plays very nice for how big it is and how big the spawn area is on both sides. I like that you can jump off you get the wall jump points on the destroyed railing, whatever. What is that? Shingles. You get the wall jump off the shingles and shit. It's like an. Oh, what's going on? Oh, what are you doing? like a crazy gremlin. And I don't know, the whole thing is pretty good. It's less natural feeling, but it's very nice. Like I said, I'm pretty bad at fucking ranking maps, as you can tell, but or explaining why I like them. I don't know. It's Den is a fun map. Exposure, I really liked Exposure, and I still do. I still think it's an S tier map. I don't think it's okay. Here's what I'm thinking. I might bump down everything. I might bump these down a level. I don't know. I don't think Cortex is on the level of Exposure. I don't think Exposure is on the level of Colossus or Den. But I do think it's good. I'm gonna do. No, I think I'll keep it how it is. But Exposure is probably a high A, low S, I would say. I'll put it in A just for old time's sake. Exposure is a really cool map. It was my favorite map in the beta. It's got the cool ass orange and like the solar panels in the distance or whatever those was supposed to be. It's very very open map, but it's got those cool wall jump points where you can. I think that's actually really cool. Is that you have to, in order to traverse lanes like that, you have to wall jump between them or to go up at least. But I think it adds a nice little element to it. The hanging crate is just okay. I don't think it's important enough to be noted heavily, but you know, you say, hey, you get in a party and you say, yo, buddies, let's fucking go up in that crate and shit and hang out in there, and then you just get immediately decimated when you get in there. But it's fun. I like the crate. I like the open section with the solar panels on the side of the map. I think that's pretty well balanced, where it's got that long sight line where you can cut through. In the inside, I think the middle of the map is just okay. It's not my favorite, but it's fun. Exposure is a nice map, but I think it's better than Blackheart and Cortex, but not as good as these two, so it goes in that little middle area. Now Flagship. This might be a hot take. Flagship is either my second least favorite or least favorite map in the game. I'm going to put it at C because I don't think it's like a... I don't think any map in this game is a D, but I think Flagship is just not my cup of tea. Like, you got those lanes, you peek down that left lane, or I guess it doesn't, since you spawn on different sides, I can't really tell you what fucking lane it is, but you peek down that one side lane and you get immediately sniped, which makes it good. I like stuff like that for like gunfight, like that alley map from Modern Warfare 2 and 3, but for 6v6, that lane is just like hell, so you can't really do anything there. The middle lane is cluttered as hell, where you got all these boxes and shit. I think it's cool how they're like double-deckered, where you can like jump up onto the top area where you can stay on the bottom, but I just don't like the design, really. It's too open, I feel like, to be a small map, but at the same time it's like really cluttered in like the middle areas. And those what are those, like, I guess it kind of makes sense for like objective modes where you're trying to defend a point or something like that, but those little rooms at either end of the map, the little, I don't know, control rooms, they really serve no purpose other than to piss me off real bad. And it's all about me, I know. The developers, they said, we're going to piss this white boy in Colorado off so bad that he fucking castrates himself. Homestead. Now, this is a difficult map to rank. I think when I initially did my little 24-hour launch day review for Black Ops 7, which I did with my friend, and you'll never see it because it's like it's a home video thing. I thought that Exposure was a better map than Homestead, but I think I've changed my mind. I think they are both on very equal footing, both in tone and like design. But I think Homestead takes a little bit of an edge just because that fucking cabin is so cool. I think I'll put it at a clean A. Honestly, I don't even know what to put it. There's not a lot of B tier maps here, honestly. I don't know. Homestead is fun just because of the cabin in the center. Without it, it'd just be Imprint 2, or no, sorry, Retrieval 2. It'd be pretty ass, but since it's how it is, I like that cabin in the center. I wish there's a more clear open window, but I think it's a good balance. I think it's a pretty good map. Maybe not as good as these three, but I think it is still very nice. And Imprint. Initially, I really liked Imprint, but then I don't know. It started to fall off in my mind or something like that, so I'm going to put it at a B. I think the design is cool. The secret satellite far out of the map is cool. I don't know if you ever checked that out. There's a big ass satellite. It's kind of surprisingly modeled for how far away it is. I don't know. I really don't know what to say about this map. I like the dynamic element of the moving, whatever the fuck, platform, but it's nothing too crazy, and I don't have too much to say about it. So let's move on to Paranoia. Now Paranoia, oh shit, Paranoia was initially locked to gunfight because, or at launch, but then they added it to the small mosh pits. Paranoia was initially locked to gunfight at launch, which I think fits it very nicely, because in 6v6 it's another grindfest map. It's basically fucking Shipment 2, Stakeout 2. I think it's better than Stakeout, honestly. I think it's better designed, but I'm okay with it. I would be okay if it stayed as a gunfight map. It's really fun for gunfight. I think it's the best gunfight map in the game since it was actually designed for it. And I think Blackheart is decent gunfight map. Cortex is not a good gunfight map, and Flagship is an okay gunfight map because it's got the peak points, but it's still a little too wide open. Paranoia is a nice small map, no fucking around. Just hop in, and you got that bridge. The bridge is sick. You got those rooms. The rooms are sick. You can't really explain a gunfight map. Like it's like there's 3 lanes and maybe some other shit slapped on there, but I think it's pretty good as a gunfight map. I think it's probably the best in the game, so I'd probably give it an S as a gunfight map. But as a multiplayer map, it's Shipment 2, Stakeout 2, so I'm gonna give it a nice hearty B. So right in the middle. Maybe an A, but I don't know. Just know that for gunfight, it's the bomb. So yeah. Retrieval. Now Retrieval is what I said was pretty much on par with Homestead, so I'm gonna put it right there. Retrieval is cool. Retrieval reminds me of a Cold War map because of that big ass satellite and the snow and the mountainous landscape. But it kind of plays really weird. It almost feels like a disjointed mess of mounds and rocks the first time you play it. Then you sort of start to get the hang of it. It's still really weird, but I think it's a fun map. I think it's a very different feeling map, but I think it's very fun. I'm a big fan of Retrieval, and that's all I have to say about that. Scar. Scar is a Black Ops 1 map through and through. I'm going to give it a an S. I'm going to give that shit an S. And you know why? Because it's very different. It's just like Retrieval, it's a very different feeling map because of its focus on the buildings and power positions, which I think I complained about at some point. Maybe I didn't release this video, but I remember complaining about how power positions were absent from recent Call of Duties. And this is a good example on how to make a good 3-lane map with power positions, because some of them have. A couple Black Ops 6 maps had power positions, but they were really shit 3-lane maps, and a couple 3-lane maps didn't have power positions. But this is a good 3-lane map with power positions. It's an interesting setting, almost like Fringe. When I first played on it, I felt like it was Fringe from Black Ops 3 Reborn. But the more I played on it, the less I thought about that as the truth. Let's see, what else? I guess I just think it's a pretty balanced map. It's got the 2 windows that are battling, that duke it out against each other, that you perch up from. You perch up into. I don't know. It's a visually distinct map. It's cool. I think Black Ops Scar is a nice map. Very happy. Seal of approval. The Forge. Now this is a pain in the ass to rank because I really just can't decide. I'm going to put it at C. And I don't really know why is my issue with it. I don't know what makes the Forge such a divisive map for me. I think maybe I'm sick of it from the beta. Maybe I just heard everyone talking shit on it. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it at that. I have no fucking clue why the Forge is at C. This is what I remember from my other video that I made ranking the maps before they even came out. And I put the Forge at S. And it seems that I am no longer in that job because I did a fuck all time. Alright? I really dropped the ball on that one. And finally, we have Toshin. I'm going to give Toshin a hearty B, but it's a high B. I think it's better than both these maps for 60. both of these maps for 6v6, but Paranoia is better for gunfight. This doesn't have gunfights, so it's really not a fair comparison, so never mind. Toshin. Toshin is another really strangely designed map. All the maps at the latter end of the barrel here seem to have really different designs, and I like that. Toshin is a close quarters map. You're going to be squeezing through these crazy hallways. Toshin is a good looking map. I like the city atmosphere. I think that the Northern Lights maps and the snow maps did it better, personally for me, but I do like the city atmosphere. Toshin is really fun for search and destroy. Like I think Toshin is probably the best search and destroy map in my opinion. I haven't played a lot of search and destroy, but the first day, I tell you what, the games on Toshin, they were the bomb. I liked them. Toshin's got a lot of alternate routes. You take that one lane and you go into the vents. Come on, I love the fucking vents. Did I tell you about that? But yeah, Toshin's a cool looking map. It's a fun map. I don't know what else to say besides it's close quarters, but it's got a nice size. Toshin. I'm a big fan, and that is it. That is it for my Black Ops 7 tier list. But here is the special part of the video where I pull up my previous rankings from before the game even came out, when I tried to predict what it was all gonna look like. I think my computer has the world record for longest time it takes to load a fucking PNG file. But yep. The Forge at number 1. Yep, that's how that turned out. It was obviously not the right choice. Homestead, also at S. I can see it. Like, I understand why I did that. It was just because of the Northern Lights in the cabin. But I think it was, yeah. Blackheart at A. Perfect prediction. Look at that there. Look at it. Right in the same spot even. Scar at A. That was close enough. Skirmish Edge. I didn't rank those, so sorry about that. Cortex at B. That's close enough. Exposure is not that low. Toshin is right there. Paranoia is right there, but honestly I'd put it higher because it's a great gunfight map. Imprint at C. Yeah, I guess close enough. Den at C. That was a big ball drop there. Retrieval at C, big ball drop. Skirmish Tide, didn't rank that one. Colossus at F. That is my worst moment. That is my ultimate travesty. But immediately followed by my best moment with Flagship at F as the worst map in the game, because I think I did make a prediction that it looked like the worst designed small map, and I was right about that. So look at that. Yippee! See how it all comes full circle, and we're back. We're back, and now we know that I was pretty wrong, but it's okay.